Hi guys. Hi, how are you? Um, Hope you're all well. This is only the second time I've gone live, and I'm not going to do a long one because I'm not. I don't have an awful lot of stuff to rabbit on about, and I'm just getting slagged like mad off one of my sons for doing it. He's like, "Who do you think you are?" kind of a thing. So I had to come up to my bedroom because they wouldn't leave the sitting room. So yeah, I just come up here to do a quick live because I think I wanted to chat about just a few things, and I felt it would my stories would have just gone on and on and on and on, and then they would have been just tapped through. So I just said I'd come on and just do a quick live and just fill in because I'm after getting a good few new followers. Um, by following pages and interacting with them, and it's grand. It's great to be able to do that. So I have over 3,500 now, which is brilliant for a little page. But I'm so delighted. So, um, if you're watching and you can hear me, okay, hi. Let me know, and I will chat just a small bit. If you want to say anything, let me know just in the comments if you want to ask me anything. I made a few notes because the last time I just got really embarrassed because I kind of could not remember anything to say, and then I just kind of said, okay, I better go now, goodbye. So I just made a few notes just so I won't forget. Anyway, I'm Rose. I'm 44. Don't tell anyone that. But I'm married and I have two boys, two teenage boys, um, 16 and 14. Um, I've been on Insta a few years, but I had my own personal page, and I said I wanted to start another page because I wanted somewhere where I could be completely open and honest um about my depression, about living with depression, day to day life with depression, and also about being honest about my weight issues up and down, and how depression affects that, and how it can really affect things, from one month to the next, like how I'm able to deal with it and everything. But so I just wanted to hop on and just say a few things like that. So right, so let me see, where will I start? Um, I got depression when I had my first child. So that's 16 years ago. It wasn't too bad, but he was the devil. He never slept for 2 years, night or day. It was very hard. But look, my depression started a little bit then. It would have been obviously postnatal and stuff. And gradually, as years went on, I found I wasn't getting out of it no matter what I tried to do, even though I'd friends that helped me and everything. I had to go on medication then. Tried an awful lot of medications, different stuff to see what would work for me. I just have to do, which is very hard because when you start new medications, it takes a few weeks for them actually to kick in and start working. And over them few weeks, you'll be all over the shop. Like you could actually end up feeling worse before you start feeling better. So I did have a few hit and misses with medication. Um, at the moment, I've been on one kind of regime of medication for about, I'd say about 4 years, and it seems to be suiting me, and I'm doing pretty good. Um, I have good days. I've really good days. I've really good weeks, and I have bad days, obviously, as well, which everyone does. Like, not only people with depression, everyone has bad days. They have days where they're just, not able to, you know, deal with the day, deal with life, especially at the moment. Everyone's going through so much. Like, we have all this extra stuff on top of us that is added to our normal lives, which, you know, has thrown us into a spiral. Like, you know what I mean? We really don't know, we don't know what's next. Although now it does start to be easing, especially here in Ireland. This stuff is lifting pretty quick at the moment, and we're doing good. At least we can get back, meeting friends and stuff like that. So that will really help. Um, but yeah, look, I've always been honest about being on medication and stuff like that. But I was stuff I didn't want to talk about my own page because I have teenagers, they're on Instagram and they're on my other page. And I didn't want to talk about it in front of them. It's not that they wouldn't want to know, but they know all about my depression. But sometimes, you know, you want to say things that, you know what I mean, you just mightn't want to say, feel that comfortable talking about, you know, in front of your own kids. I'm doing good, Annie. Hope you're well. So yes, that's why I started this page. So I wanted to be open and honest about my depression. I have had really low times. The lowest I can remember when I actually really would have hit rock bottom would be about, I'd say, 7 years ago or something like that. And it was a time that I remember was just the very lowest for me. And I'm so glad that I'm out of it and I got through that. In saying that, I've still had a lot of really bad days, bad weeks, everything like that. But when I think back to it, that would have been the time when I felt I probably should have had to go into hospital for a while. But I was adamant I wasn't going to, and I didn't. So look, I got through it. Maybe I was too stubborn, and maybe I should have gone into hospital for a while, but I didn't. And I did get through it with a lot of help, but I did get through it. Some of the questions I got will be answered in some of the general talk I'm doing, and then I'll go to my notes so I won't forget anything. One big thing is that for anyone who suffers with a little bit of depression, a lot of depression, anxiety, any sort of mental illness, talking is the most important thing in the whole world. Talking. It's worth a million tablets. Do you know what I mean? It just really is. Now, I know, okay, I'm on medication. Sorry, my arms get sore here. I'm on medication, so I won't knock medication because I needed it and I'm on it. And I will be on it for, I don't know how many years, but I will be on it for a long, long time. But I have come to terms with that. And I am fine that I'm on the medication. So, someone said, I love your accent. I probably have a real bog accent. I live in the middle of Ireland in Offaly, so I have a real bog accent. But look, if you need to go down the medication way, don't beat yourself up. You know what I mean? If you had a migraine, you would take any sort of medication to get rid of that migraine. If you had a toothache, you would take medication for it, you would go to the dentist. If you broke your arm, you would go and get an x-ray and you would get it mended and you would wear the cast for whatever length of time. If you need to go on medication because of your mental health, don't ever feel bad about that. Don't ever feel guilt. Don't beat yourself up. You know what I mean? I remember when I took my first tablet and I was like, I was putting it into my mouth and taking it away because I thought I was saying that I'm a bad mammy. I couldn't cope or something. That was just everything running through my head because I was beating myself up anyway. But I remember going to take the tablet and I just did then. Look, I just did and I had to do it. The guilt is something that's very hard when you've got depression or any mental health. And one thing that I suffer badly with would be paranoia, stuff like that, really bad. So I know if I'm going through my bad spell, which I know I have it so long now, I know my telltales of when I'm not doing good and when I'm going to hit a bad spot. I kind of know a day or two beforehand, and I do try and fight it, but I know when it's coming, so I kind of, go easy on myself, and I kind of pull away from people, and I do because I get extra paranoid, and I read into things too much, and it might seem that I'm cold or something like that, but actually I'm doing it to protect myself because I might not be able to handle some of the conversations, and I'll read over them and I'll go to bed and think about them and stuff like that. And sometimes I need to just take myself out of a situation, just for a while. Thanks for the lovely comments that are coming in. You're so kind. I just, want to be honest about it. I know everyone will deal with mental illness in their own way, and everyone's story is very, very different. But sometimes I can't always explain the way I'm feeling, and it's hard. And I can go from being not wanting to leave the house, and it's not that I don't want to talk to anyone or anything like that. It's just I feel I have to protect myself for that little while, and so I'm not beating myself up over conversations and rereading stuff. And then other times I'm actually, what would you call it? I'm talking like 9 to a dozen, and I go into a kind of hyper mode. Um, it's, it's one of my medications is kind of try and keep me on a calm, like just on an even keel, because I can go into a stage where I go really hyper and I will talk really fast, and I'll actually do a lot of online buying and probably spending money that I don't really have, but it's another part of it. I do go up and down, and sorry, I keep switching my hands here because it's getting tired. So that does go up and down on me, but I know now. I know that's my life. That's what I have to contend with, and that's part and parcel of it. And I'm quite happy, doing that. Once I can read the signals and the whole lot, I'm absolutely fine. Lately, with the coronavirus and the COVID-19 around, I haven't got to walk nearly as much as I would have walked, and walking is one of the massive things that helps me, because I just put my headphones in and I walk and I walk and I walk, and it really helps me, and also helps me stay on track weight-wise and everything like that. Now, I haven't been going because our local walking track is closed. Obviously, they've to close down everything, and going on the roads, they're really busy, but that's not an excuse. But the point I want to make is one of my sons has anxiety, and I won't go too much into it because that's his story, but he has a worry, and it's mainly about me, that something's going to happen to me, and it's a very big worry. Now he does see somebody and talk to someone about that, but obviously at the moment there's no appointments, so he has a worry constantly that something's going to happen to me, and so he gets, he doesn't like me going walking on my own, because look, in his head he thinks something's going to happen. So I won't go too deeply into that, but I suppose because of that, then I just haven't been getting as much walking done, and I just can't wait for the walking track to be open again, so I can go and get my headphones back in and start walking and start trying to get back on my weight loss journey again. It's just, at the moment, I just call it a lifestyle change, because that's what I absolutely need, because it's his for life. I want to feel better, I want to feel fitter, not just lose the weight. That's, it's a big part of it now. I met a girl in town today, and I won't say who she was, but I knew straight away by her that she had lost weight. And I went over and I said, wow, you look brilliant, fair play to you, you look fantastic. And she had said to me, oh, I've seen on your stories, you're always up walking and you're flying around the pitch and you're this and that and this. And I said to her, I haven't been in so long now, but looking at her then, I was saying, you're actually motivating me to get back at it. And she was saying how I felt about, how she felt looking at me, and I was looking at her saying, wow, you're doing brilliant. But look, women don't do that enough. No, not all women. Women don't praise each other enough for the little accomplishments to see in other women. I don't know what it is, but she said to me, I was the first person to say it to her, and I couldn't believe it, because I was like, it's so noticeable that you've lost weight. You've lost over 2 stone. She looked fantastic. I said, I'm super proud of you, and it'll spur me to get back at it. And she was kind of saying that I motivated her, and look, right back at you. And now she's motivating me, because she did brilliant. Like, she's back at, she does her walking at home, and with Leslie Sanson. If you Google that, there's walks you can do, walk a mile with Leslie, or walk 5 mile, whatever. You can do it in your own sitting room, and you just walk. And that's what I should have been doing over the last while. Does my son go on walks with me? Yeah, he does. But if you try and walk with 2 teenage boys, right, my headphones are in, and then my headphones are out, and then are in again, and then the 2 of them might start bickering over something. So my headphones are out again, and I'm checking them, and then my headphones are in and they're back out because they're telling me something and this and that. Which, look, it's lovely to go on walks with my kids, and I love doing that, but I find it's a different walk than walking for my exercise, if you know what I mean. I love just going and getting 15,000 steps and flying it and doing it. But I find when I go for walks with them, I had to kind of say to myself, right, it's just like a family walk. We'll just go and walk. And it was more leisurely, and it was more, us chatting and the whole lot, which is lovely too. Don't get me wrong, it's lovely to do that. But when I wasn't getting my proper walks in, I'm an all or nothing type of person. I'm either 100% committed or I'm 100% off it. And that can be very hard in your personality because, sorry, now I've been off my hair. When I'm 100% committed, I am so on the ball and I'm there, food wise, prep, everything, like always. You know, I will do everything to a T and I will weigh myself every morning, which I know you're not meant to, but look, that's it. I'm on it, like. But when I'm not getting my walks in, my mind is not with it. The walking keeps me on track, so when I'm not getting my walks in, the food is gone. And the food is gone, then there's extra treats, and then there's extra drinks. And I'm like, I don't care, I'm off it. So there isn't really an in-between with me. It's all or nothing. So that's where I am at the moment. I'm kind of nothing, if you know what I mean. Which is hard. So I really have to get back into that. I really do. And that girl I met today, she looked fantastic. And like, fair play to you. Well done. Keep it up. You look absolutely brilliant. And you look so happy. So I was delighted to see you. And you really looked great and you looked really happy. So yeah, you're motivating me now to keep at it. Just a question I got. Do I read mind or subconscious books? I actually don't read anything really deep and meaningful. I know that sounds awful. I have got back into reading lately. And the book I'm reading at the moment, which, well, I'm just actually finished, I've just at the recipe section, was Tricia's transformation book. And it was like a story of her life and the whole lot. And it was lovely. Made me cry. Really lovely. I normally read very easy to read books or old Irish books, stuff like that. But I haven't actually read anything like that. Not going to knock it because it could be something that, you know, might actually do me some good with trying to deal with stuff in my head. So, you know, you put that thought there, the lady who messaged me about that. So, look, I will keep a lookout. And if you can recommend something, get back to me. You know, I'd love to know that. Someone else asked me how many times in 3 months would I get highs and lows. If I was to look back over a 3 month spell, I won't say every 3 months is different because definitely within 3 months, I would definitely always have a low, if not two or maybe more. So I definitely would not go 3 months without having a low. The highs, I don't get as often. The medication is definitely helping that. I would notice that if I am starting to buy a lot more, that the high is coming, that panicky, needing to do something, like I could just decide to go off and get a tattoo and have done and haven't really told anyone, and kind of got me into trouble that I was like, people were looking for me and I was off getting a tattoo. So look, I would kind of be a bit, what do you call it, just, you know, doing stuff that you kind of whim, spur of the moment thing. Yeah, when I'm kind of on a high, I would do that. Doesn't happen very often anymore, thank God. But it's hard when it does. It's hard when it does because I just kind of need to do something, and it's always something big. You know what I mean? It's not just something small like go and buy something. And if I'm doing online shopping, like it'll be a big order, that kind of thing. But the lows definitely would be maybe one a month, but I would say a really bad one every 6 to 8 weeks. So maybe a really bad low every 8 weeks, and that's being on medication. A lot of the time I can get through it myself. Sometimes I can't. And if I need to talk, if I need to talk, I need to go further. Sometimes I will cry to the stage where I can't catch my breath, or I will feel like I'm going to explode, I'm going to erupt, that I just can't kind of, you know, when your chest gets so tight that you actually feel like it's a shaken bottle of fizz, and it's just going to, if someone opens it, it's just going to just explode everywhere. I felt like that, like I do, I feel like that an awful lot. And I need a release. And sometimes it's hard, especially with my son and the way he feels. It's not that easy for me just to walk out in the garden and scream, if you know what I mean, if you need to just kind of blow off steam. Look, that can be hard, but look, I'm getting there, and today is a good day, and this week is a good week. My nan was Irish, lived in England for 40 years, never lost her accent. Ah, very good, love your voice. Thank you very much. I just think I sound real bogger, yeah, in the middle of the bog. But yeah, look, if anyone, on my page, like I don't talk that much about the depression. I probably will go quiet, if I'm really bad, and I will say, look, I'm not having a few days, whatever. But I want to be honest on this and answer questions and be honest about depression and, be up. I don't mind any questions anyone has. I would be quite happy to answer anything, because no matter what we see, everyone says there's so much awareness, there's so much help and everything out there now. There actually isn't. There really isn't, and there needs to be. Now, I know in the world at the moment, things are so crazy and there's so much other things going on, and my heart goes out to everyone going through so much at the moment. It's heartbreaking, but what we can do is look after ourselves. Do you know what I mean? That's so important, because if you don't look after yourself, who can you look after? I owe it to my family, to my kids, to my husband, to be well, to look after myself. And it took me a long time to accept that I need to put myself first now and again, and I need to look after my mental health the same way as if I had a broken leg or a cut on my arm or something like that. It's important, and I need to look after that. And sometimes if I need to put the phone down and just not talk, it's not me being cold. It's not me being a cow or a bitch, or sorry for that, but it's because I need that time to just protect myself of that paranoia and everything. And that's my way of doing it. It's my way of trying to protect my mind. It's no reflection on you or anyone as a person if I go that way in for a while. I always come back out. So, and I hope I keep doing that. I need to keep coming back out. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to hop on and do that, and hope I didn't bore you too much. But thanks, Grania. Thanks so much. I am really trying to be honest. Yeah, therapy is really good. Talking is so good. It really is so good. I believe, right, I admit I'm on medication and I need my medication. I know I need my medication. But first and foremost, talking is the most important thing you can ever do for somebody, is just being there and talking to them. That's God's honest truth. Just listening to someone, being there. And even if they don't want to talk, just let them sit beside you and they know you're there. Or let them know on your phone you're there for them. It's so important. It's so important. But I think between the things I talked about already and the few questions I got, that I've kind of covered everything. So you'll see I have a little drink here. It is Saturday night, and I'm going to put on a movie now and go down and chat the boys and enjoy my Saturday night. And I'm hoping that the walking tracks will get back open, so I can try and get my head back into this eating right and the whole lot, and get back at it and plan my meals and plan up my week and get my head back in the game. Meditation, I haven't, and I'm not going to knock it, because I've seen a few people trying it lately and they swear that they're like, why did I never do this before? It definitely is something that I should think about. I might look up, Google it a bit and see, can I get more information on it? I know bits about it, but I don't know everything about it. So it is something I definitely would look into. So thank you, Celine. I will definitely look into it and see the meditation. Absolutely. Just see, look, it can't do me any harm, and everything we're doing for our mind has to be good. You know what I mean? So definitely, between the books now the other lady recommended, and the meditation, and hopefully getting back walking, I'll get back at it. So I'm going to head on now. Hope I didn't bore you too much. And sure, listen, if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, just let me know, and have a nice Saturday night and a nice weekend, and I'll talk to you on soon. Okay, take care now. Bye.